welcome back to Grumpy's Kitchen and Provisions. I'm Grumpy again. So today we're going to do, it's coming up on St. Patrick's Day, we're going to do a traditional corned beef brisket. So I have my brisket I got at the grocery store. Obviously always try to look for one when they're on sale because they've gotten kind of crazy expensive. So Grumpy's favorite is a flat cut. So you have a flat and you have a point. So the flat is going to give you less fat, more meat. Some people prefer more fat, and that's your preference. But flat cut is going to be a little more expensive, but you get way more meat. So we're going to dig into our packet. So I'm going to take this over. We're going to rinse this off, rinse all the juice off of it, and we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. We have our brisket all rinsed off. So that's what it looks like. You could trim it a little more if you want, but you know, some of the fat's going to help with some flavor. So pretty easy. We're going to put the brisket in the pot. We're going to put our seasoning packet straight in with the brisket. Now we're going to go with 2 bay leaves, a couple of peppercorns, 3 or 4, a half an onion, and 1 carrot, just small chopped up. So it's just going to help with the flavor. We're not going to eat that carrot necessarily, but it'll help with the flavor. So now we're going to just put water in until it covers the brisket about a ½ inch or so. Here's what it looks like. So on the stove, we're going to bring this up to a boil, then reduce it to a simmer. You're going to cook between 45 minutes and an hour per pound. So this one's just under 4 pounds. So it's going to take us 3 to 4 hours. But obviously you want it fork tender. So we'll show you through the process. So our corned beef is up to a boil. Now we're just going to reduce it to a simmer. And we're going to simmer it for, like you say, 3 to 4 hours. Really just depends on the size of your brisket. So we'll be back, show you the process as we go. We've been about 2 hours in, and you can see we're starting to get tender. We're not there yet, but just so you can see the process. At some point in the cooking, if you want to flip it over, that's fine. Just keep on going. We have about another 45 minutes or an hour. We'll be back. We've been going about 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's starting to get tender where I can go in with the knife easily. I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of white vinegar and continue to let it simmer for another 10 minutes. Then I'm going to start adding some vegetables. At this point, it's been almost 3 hours. I'm going to add red potatoes and carrots. I'm going to continue simmering for another 15 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes. Now we're going to add our cabbage. Let's break it up, push it in. We'll let it go another 10 or 15 minutes till the cabbage is tender. So it's been about 3 hours and 20 minutes. I'm going to remove the brisket. The brisket is, let's see, very tender at this point. So we're going to remove that and let it rest for about 10 minutes while the cabbage continues to cook. Set that to the side. Let that go about another 10 minutes and we'll be good to go. So when you look at your brisket, I'm going to cut it while the vegetables are finished. You can see the grain on this brisket is running this way, so we want to cut it against the grain. So grain's this way, we want to cut it the opposite way. So I'm just going to cut it in ½ inch pieces. You can see how that just falls apart. So we're going to cut that. And so this is the difference in the flat cut versus the point. You do have this little bit of fat in there, but other than that, it's all meat. And again, you will pay 50 cents, 80 cents, $1 a pound more for flat but the usable meat is way different. So there you have your brisket, nice and tender. We're going to put it in the bottom of the pan. Going to shingle it in like so. All right, just so you can see how tender it is. There's our brisket. Now we have the rest of our vegetables. We're just going to spoon them in. You can take out the bay leaf if you want, but obviously if somebody gets it, they'll take it out on their own. We'll put a little bit of the juice in the bottom, keep it moist. So this is something, if you did it 20-30 minutes before everybody was there, you could just tent this, cover it up with some foil. It would stay good and juicy and moist for a long time. Okay, so there you are, another dish from Grumpy that you made all on your onesie. So until next time, I'm Grumpy and grateful for you to continue to follow, like, and share. And happy St. Patrick's Day. Have a great day.